Hey guys, so for this one I have a very standard HP Gojo team comp. This boss resists physical technique and it takes increased curse technique, so HP Gojo is a very reliable way to clear this. This is the setup. You don't need any awakenings on him. A0 does more than enough damage, so don't worry about that. Of course in the backup, Kakuganji is ideal, but there's so many other things you could run. You can run Yuta for his skill 2 debuffs, you can run Geto, you can run Teen Geto, you can even run SSR Momo if you just don't have any of the other ones, and it should work fine. But he is usually the best option, so we're going to always go with the best option. Okay, so turn 1, we're gonna go for a stun on the left boss over here. For this strat to work consistently, this stun has to hit, so we're gonna reset for that. Nice. Now we taunt in skill 2. Again, A0 Gojo does this fine, so don't worry about awakenings. Now we're going to ult. It's very common for Yaga and Gakuganji to die before they can get their full buffs and debuffs off. That's okay, don't worry too much about it. We're gonna skill 3 here on Gojo. I'm gonna debuff this boss and skill 2 this one. This boss has 9 million HP pretty much, 8 million, and you'll see that this overkills them by quite a bit. Slow it down. Actually, I'll be able to tell. 16 million, something like 15 million, something like that. So yeah, even A0 Gojo will have no trouble bursting this down. Of course, if you want to run DE Gojo, you definitely can. Because this boss resists physical technique and takes extra curse technique, you want to use green DPS units like green Megumi or green Nobara, right? But I don't have green Megumi, and my green Nobara is A0 and level 1, so yeah, I definitely can't use those characters. I did clear it with Sukuna because Sukuna is OP, but you are actually able to clear this with Yuji as long as you have someone like green Maki or Teen Geto. Green Maki actually has a better debuff in this specific case, but Teen Geto is more invested into and I like using him more, so I'm going to be using him for this video. The reason Teen Geto and Green Maki are better than someone like Akuganji in this slot is because whenever you have a boss like this that resists a specific technique, like physical or cursed, what they also resist is any kind of a physical technique damage taken decrease or increased debuff. So if you look at Gakuganji's kit, his skill 3 has a 37.6% physical technique damage taken increase and a 37.6% curse technique damage taken increase. This boss won't ignore this one, but it will ignore this debuff. You'll see that when you try to use Gakuganji, it'll have a guard when you try to apply this one, and it won't work. But for some reason, just based on how the game works, if you use a type-specific debuffer, where you have a green attribute physical technique damage taken increase, this one does apply. So for Teen Geto, this first part won't apply, but the second part will. And then when it comes to Green Maki, on our skill 1, this will apply. This 27.8 fully will apply. She's not as good as Teen Geto, obviously, because in order to get this debuff, you have to crit. So although her number is higher in this specific scenario, I'm going to be using Teen Geto. This recollection is just to keep my teammates alive. This also only works if you have a very invested green Yuji. I like green Yuji a lot, so mine is A5, fully maxed out, level 10 skill 3, level 10 ult. But yeah, he is able to clear this through the 80% resist if you have the Gojo and then another type specific debuffer helping him out. I'm sorry, we're not going to pop that. We're going to stun the boss again on the left, first turn. I noticed that this specific boss has really low stun resist. It gets stunned very often. Okay. Now we're going to start buffing and taunt. Okay, so when it comes to Teen Geto's skill 3, he's able to apply the debuff if he has at least 30 curse energy. The wording is really awkward because it says is no less than 30, which is kind of hard to understand for native English speakers. But it just means that if you have at least 30 CE, then you're going to apply this type specific debuff. We're going to give this boss 2, and then we're going to give this boss 2 of them to spread out the damage. If you don't do that, you'll notice that you actually have a really hard time killing both of them before the Gojo leaves. So he has one. And we're gonna ult, give him another one. We're gonna skill 3 this one on the right. Now we're gonna start debuffing the one on the left here with Geto, and we're gonna keep hitting this one with Yuji. We're gonna ult the boss on the left here with Yaga. We're gonna hit the boss on the left here with Gojo, and then give him one more debuff with Geto. We're gonna pop this, and then hit this one again with another skill 3. Perfect. Now we're going to use Gojo's skill 2 to finish off the one on the right, because they still have this massive debuff on them, so he should be able to kill them both. Even if he doesn't kill off this one, it's fine, it'll die eventually. We still have 30 curse energy right now, right? So we can still give this one more debuff, so we're going to do that. Although ideally, I guess we could just combo ult as well. That's probably better. So we're going to do that instead. If your Geto's ult isn't up, then just give him, give the boss one more skill 3, and that's fine too. So this finishes off this one, and then we can kill off the right one on the next turn. Pretty simple strat. You can use your healing recollection on Geto if Yaga gets really low. I didn't need to this round because I got pretty lucky with the targeting. Yeah, so I could have brought anything. So whatever you want is fine in that slot. But yeah, even physical damage dealer, as long as you have the right team, can clear the stage. But of course, Green Megumi or Green Nobara are going to be much better for this. And with them, of course, you can just bring Gakuganji or even SSR Momo and it should be okay. Although Gakuganji is ideal. Okay, I hope these are helpful. Bye guys.